I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm changing what I'm doing after what I just learned. Petroleum-based synthetic food dyes. Does that sound amazing to eat? That's what you're eating. And a deep dive into this, my wife got me hooked on this, is all of the stuff that RFK Jr. is coming out and talking about autism and vaccines and everything else. So I started realizing, like, all right, what does this actually mean and why are we doing it? And what are we putting in our food? And the first thing that came up was side effects of what this is. So hyperactivity, behavioral problems. There's a link between red 40 and yellow 5, and increased hyperactivity, inattentiveness, and restlessness in children. Behavior right now in schools in America, I think we see more and more of it as we go along. And could it be linked to this? Well, yeah, it can be linked to what they're putting in their foods. Reading further, it says red dye number 40 can still cause behavioral disruptions, especially in children. Currently is not listed as a carcinogen, but it does contain benzene, which I don't know what benzene is, but I don't want that in my food if it's related to carcinogens. So also correlated with cancer. Okay, I think this is a big problem that why are we doing it? Why are we even bothering with the whole situation of it? So what is red dye number 40? It is one of the most commonly used synthetic food dyes in the US and Canada. And FDA approved red dye number 40 for use in 1971 and is currently used to enhance the appearance of various sodas, cereals, baked goods, and other foods. Okay, enhance. What does it actually do for the flavor or anything else? Nothing. It makes it look good. But since 1971, it was approved by the FDA. All right, so I looked, well, when did autism spike or start going up and everything else? And I realized they didn't even start tracking autism until the year 2000. That's when they started. So I got a couple of the numbers here. Back in 2000, you were looking at 1 in 150 kids, age 8, that had autism. So 1 in 150. The last thing I have here is 2022 is 1 in 31. So what changed? 150 to 131. And right now, the other study is boys, age 8, 1 in 20 have autism. 1 in 36 if you include girls. This is a major problem. Or a major trend, I should say. Problem, trend, issue. What is causing all these things? And that's kind of what we need to figure out. All right, is RFK onto these things? Is the FDA liable for allowing this to happen? Obviously, they didn't know, but there's something we need to look at. And the intake, so also to the amount of what goes in. And I read this, it's like if you are an individual weighing 154 pounds, could theoretically consume 490 milligrams of red dye number 40 daily without any problems, any side effects. 154 pounds. How big is your kid at 154 pounds? What does that mean? And realizing that a cup of coffee with caffeine is 365 milligrams of caffeine. Okay, so we're talking caffeine versus red dye, but 365. So you give your kid your special latte that they get from Starbucks as a treat or whatever else. They're skyrocketing in the amount of stuff that they're getting in intake. So I'm having a problem with this. Why are we feeding our kids this stuff? And I looked up too, why are we even using it? Why is it even bother? Why do manufacturers put this in our food? It increases the shelf life of the food. It has more colorful, so it makes it look more pretty, and it's less costly to do synthetic than natural. All things we know. That was not a brainstorm. Obviously those things are true. But it does not benefit kids at all. We're really talking about just benefiting the manufacturers and putting it into your self-serve, one-serve, long-term on the shelf life of materials. And that is not what we want to see. But if you compare our food versus other countries' foods, yeah, the colors are different, but is the health a lot better? That's what the key is. Is it worth sacrificing our kids' future or even our future for all the other issues that we could have for side effects because to make it look better? My answer is no. Between the lines.